Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox. Welcome back to another Tuesday night live stream. Sorry for the short delay there. I was having some minor technical difficulties. Doesn't seem to matter how much you try to set up for these things in advance and test everything out. It's with that moment when I get to go live. That's when something doesn't work the way I expected it to. Nevertheless, we're here now. We're going to build on with our colony that we started in the last stream. Thank you to everyone who showed up here early. I see you all chatting in the chats there, which is fantastic. And I actually have something blocking my view here. So sorry, it's going to collapse for a second while I fix this. There we go. All right, so last time in the stream, we started in the new agricultural update, which has some awesome little quality of life improvements in it. There's some new things that make the game a little bit more complicated, which is kind of cool. Some more stuff that we can kind of learn how to build with and experiment, which I think is very awesome also. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting in and doing a little bit more of experimenting today. In particular, I'm really wanting to work on some farming stuff. Now, last time we set up a few things that I needed just to do a little bit of food supply. However, I want to make sure that we're actually getting the best out of our farming, and I started to do a little bit of experimenting off stream, just kind of between videos, so I could kind of test out a few different things, see what's working for me, what's not working for me, that sort of thing. And I thought it'd be cool ultimately to go in and yeah, we are live. It would be cool to go in and start working on the farming today and see if we can get some of that going. So I did plant a number of things last time in my little experimentation, but there's a lot more that I want to do. It's going to take us a little while to get to it, but hopefully we can get everything that we need. Trying to refamiliarize myself a little bit with the setting. I got used to playing in a different map now that I was using to do some testing, and now I got to figure out what's going on. So we haven't yet found a gas geyser, although there is a steam geyser over here that I am definitely going to want to make use of. That will come in very handy. I can see another cold biome over here. No gas geysers yet. I have yet to get into one of the gas geysers, so I could try and play around with the new natural gas system for power, which would be kind of cool. So far, I'm still just running off of coal power generators. This one's actually idle at the moment. I should check the priority on that. Make sure that that's working. I did some more experimentation with my power systems and stuff too, so I have a better idea of how I want to lay those out. Maybe. I think, too, what I'm going to do is dig up all of these mealwood that I have, because I'm concerned that I'm going to run out of seeds before I get a chance to really use them in the farm. I'm not too worried about these bristle blossom. They can hang out here. They're a little bit finicky, and the things that I think I want to start with are the mealwood, and see if we can get to a place where we're actually growing some excellent level crops for those, which I think would be great. Yeah, these blossoms here they're sitting at ideal air pressure. I don't think they're only going to be doing good yield at the moment. But I do need to kind of the biggest thing with these is going to be trying to manage the right temperatures. Air pressure is an easy one because you just have to exceed a particular pressure, but the temperatures you have to get for growing crops are really finicky. They have a very narrow range between what they'll accept as being excellent and what they're not, but we'll see ultimately what it looks like when we can kind of get going. I'm going to uproot all of these mealwood. Can I copy this setting now that I've uprooted? Doesn't look like I can. I guess I have to uproot them one at a time. Only because if I grow them up here, I'm not going to be able to get a really good yield out of them, because these are just growing in the little crop planters, which you can't fertilize, you can't irrigate them. So, I mean, the yield that I'm going to get out of these is going to be relatively limited. We do have 58,000 kilocalories, so we should be able to last for a little while with what we have while we try to work on doing some specific farming setups. And I should probably also try to do something to get my oxygen ready to go. We do have tons and tons of algae in this particular spawn, so I'm not too worried about oxygen just yet. But as we build up, I'm going to want to make use of some of those oxygen systems to help control the air pressure, which is going to be needed for some of that gardening or farming. My day was good. I hope your day was awesome. It was really busy today, so it's kind of screaming in right at the wire to get the stream underway. Had a little late work to do, but have you considered a water lock for the fridge? Yeah, so there's a few things that I want to try. I want to take care of, actually. I'm going to use probably a water lock for access into the farming area, because it's an easy way to trap the air pressure and the temperature inside there. This fridge ultimately is not really producing the level of cold that's required in order to actually chill this. It's at 8.9 degrees. And I think to get refrigerated, it's going to have to go even lower. What I'm going to do instead is just dig up into the biome up here. We'll make a fridge up here. And instead of trying to mess around with creating one that's within my little local space. And then we'll be sure that we're actually getting good refrigeration, and then I won't get any spoiling. I guess We'll just make some regular tile up here. We'll dig in. The only thing I'm not thrilled about is that this is the bottom of the biome, so I guess I'm just going to fully enclose the room. Just dig all the way in here. This actually it'll net us another Wheezewort too, which I'm not unhappy about at all. I'm going to use insulation, I think, and we'll just block off the doorway portion at least. Oh, that's not even going to go up there. What am I doing? I'm not going to dig all over there. What am I thinking? There we go. That's better. Yeah, well, Bristle Blossom... So, here's the thing. The Bristle Blossom's temperature to grow, in order to allow it to grow, is minus 23 to plus 23 degrees. But in order to get an excellent yield out of it, as Moxilic Psychosis said there, you actually have to be in like the minus 2 to 2 degree range. So, it has a range that will allow it to grow before it will consider it stifled. And then within that, it has one that you need to try to stay in that's a much narrower band that gives you an excellent crop output. And that's what we're really going to be pushing for, is trying to get some of those excellent crops. On the plus side, it looks like we did finish all the research last time. I forgot about that. My games are starting to get confused in my mind. I've got so many colonies on the go now. So let's find out my holy... What is that? Finally, ad is over. Oh. Yeah, sorry. Those I don't have any control of the types of ads they play on these things. Yeah, you can use chlorine to make a sterilized environment for your food as well. I don't really have a pocket aside from going all the way down here to try to draw it up, but I'm not going to do that just yet. If anything, if I go out here, it's going to be after the steam geyser. And this might actually even be a handy area to set up a farming area for our pitch of pepper plants when we get a hold of some. First ones I'm going to start with, though, I think will be not the muckroot. Meal ice. Thank you. Brain's not working. Yeah, the fertilizer maker does emit natural gas now as well. I haven't tested it out to see just how much it produces. My only concern with it is that the fertilizer maker also consumes electricity. So depending on the volume that it produces, it may not necessarily be a net positive outcome you're getting from it. So I want to kind of play around with that a little bit and see what the deal is. And I should probably speed this up. These guys are going slow. Let's see, what's our... I want something that has a nice cold conductivity. So if we have, I don't know, igneous rock here. No, it's only a 2. I guess they're all kind of in the same range. Sandstone, I guess, is 2.9. That's the best conductivity I think we're going to get for here. Just going to block this room off so that any melting we get from... Whoops. Any melting we get from the ice biome up here, I don't want it to flood in here all the time. Oh, gosh, just like that. Somebody mop that up. Clean up on aisle 6. It's polluting my water supply. Fortunately, that's not a huge deal, but it stinks. You found the natural gas geyser. Nice. In the bottom left corner, 2 high box. Well, it's placed in different places for every colony because it's like sort of a dynamically generated environment that you get. So I haven't come across mine yet unless it's hiding way down here. And maybe you did spot it, but I don't think so. Nope. Nada. Oh my gosh, these guys, they're not cleaning it up fast enough, and now it's all just running down again. Even though the door's closed, we're still got like a little waterfall going down our stairs. Good times. Now, on the plus side, this polluted water will probably still sit up out of range of the pump, so hopefully it won't cause an issue. I'd like to find the void in this board, too. It was really handy in our last colony. We could just send everything we wanted into it, and it was awesome. When's your next stream going to be this week? So I'm going to a pattern now of Tuesday night streaming and Friday night streaming. Every now and then I might throw in another one if I just get the urge to play a game on stream. I'm not certain yet what my Friday stream is going to be. Oh, somebody's sick. I think someone's got hypothermia. They make an effect just like when they're snoring now. So when they're sick, they like, I don't know if it's they're complaining or they're sneezing or what the case might be. But now when they're sick, they get that little... Oh, there it is. It's sneezing. They get like a little disturbed effect around them. So I wonder if they're actually going to keep people awake at night because they're busy sneezing in the bed next to them. That would stink. Yeah, sorry. In terms of the stream on Friday night, I'm not certain what game I'm going to play just yet. There is a new game that's coming out this Friday that I definitely want to try out, and I may end up streaming that. It's a game called Rhyme. But I'm honestly not certain just yet. 66 kilocalories. We're producing mush bars. That's why we've got some money. All right, I get it. Did I try the falling bones bug? No, I have not. What bug is that? Yeah, the void is pretty awesome. I would really love to find one again. I could not have asked for a better placed one last time. That was pretty wicked. All right, let's maybe mop up the mess that's in here. I'm gonna build some food boxes up top there. Actually, I might as well go with the refrigerators. We got tons of storage in here. This is nice and cold. It's in the negatives, so that should ultimately work pretty well for our food storage. And then I don't have to worry about messing any stuff up there. I can get rid of this after I'm finished. Get everything passed over there. It will be all good. Yeah, I was sneezing. Isn't it crazy? I don't know if it keeps them up at night, but... Yeah. Oh, it does wake them up. Yeah. So, well, I mean, does it wake up just the duplicate that's sneezing, or does it wake up the ones that are around them? I don't think I've seen that yet. Well, put the dead dupe in the memorial, and then you destroy the memorial, and the bones kind of fall through the board or whatever. Yeah, I think we saw that in another colony, actually. Get those guys a warm coat. I'm going to need one. I mean, eventually. We're not really digging all that deep in here just yet. I'm just kind of in the edge of things here. Let's set this to a 7, and we'll copy settings and apply that to all these, which I think is probably my favorite new feature. Is that ability to set all those cool settings without having to copy them individually one at a time. Yeah, I can see the bones fall. It's kind of cool. What am I using for power? Right now, I actually have a very, very simple power system because I have very, very low demand. So I have like one algae deoxidizer that's running, which has been supplying oxygen for my colony. And this one oxidizer is doing more than enough to produce all the oxygen I need right now. This particular spawn, or world generation, or whatever you want to call it, has tons of algae in it, so I'm not really in a huge rush to... Oh yeah, look, there was the sneeze down there. Oh, another one. Oh my goodness, they're all sick. They're spreading the plague. All right, we need an apothecary or something to get rid of that. What does the apothecary use for medicine? I can't even remember now. I don't want to put the apothecary by the bathroom. I feel like somehow having the doctor right at the bathroom is maybe not the best idea. Let's put it over here. Yeah, so I have a very, very limited power usage right now. I have my micro musher that's consuming power. I have this one algae deoxidizer. So right now I have one coal power generator, which isn't even running right now because it's not really needed. I'm running my heavy watt wire across the bottom of my colony because it has a very large effect for the negative decor. So I'm kind of keeping it out of the space they tend to operate. And then I have 2 transformers set up to send power lines up the 2 different sides of my colony right now. It'll probably change around a little bit as I kind of get working on other things, but for now, this ultimately works well. This still doesn't say it's refrigerated, but I don't have an unrefrigerated food notice here anymore, so I think we're good. Let's get rid of this thing. Get rid of this. This can go to... I'm going to dig up all these wheezeworts we just don't need. It's a plague, yeah. Or just the sneezes, the sniffles, I don't know. Turn you to sand using the water purifier. Oh my gosh, that's gross. If we get into this, into the steam guys over here, we really won't even need the water purifier. I've kind of been avoiding using the water purifier lately because it produces so much heat. I haven't really, and now that there's a specific use for things like polluted water in your farming and whatnot, again, I've kind of been avoiding using it. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to have to get a scrubber going down here at some point, too. Not that it's bad right now. We have good air pressure up here, and that's kind of keeping all the CO2 compressed at the bottom. But as this builds up, it will climb up, and then we'll need to start to do something about it. Maybe, since... Oh, I already have 3 algae terrariums. I forgot I built those. Yeah, I'm in no rush, then. We'll be good. Oh, there's another little tree we should grab there. All right, so... we got a little bit of building to do here. I want to build an oxygen room that can help produce oxygen and then give me a source that I can pump gases, specifically oxygen, down to the different areas of my colony that I want to use it, particularly around the farming. I'm not really thrilled with this layout in particular. I've got good access to get to the pinch of pepper plants when I get around to it up here, which I guess will be good. I can just dig in and then build a ladder straight up and we'll get a whole bunch of them. But I want to build my oxygen room over here where the cold is kind of imposing its will into the normal environment over here. But as soon as I build that oxygen room, I'm going to need to start. I'm also going to need to start producing a whole lot more power. So I'm not gonna rush that too much. Let's work on a farm instead, because that's the objective for the stream. Let's try and do some farming. Check your task manager to see if something else is running. Huh? Sorry that my name is showing up in orange here so many times. New favorite feature is the stress table. Oh, that is pretty awesome too. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I haven't had to deal with stress in ages. I should make sure this is checking. Food's decayed. Where did that decay? What? Do seeds decay now? Because this thing's only set up to hold seeds. Huh. Well, that's not good. I can't mop that up. What am I doing? I gotta sweep it. Maybe I should put my seed bin in the storage over here in the cold also. I was not anticipating that. Alright. Small problem. We'll take care of it. With any luck, we won't have any more of those. That's the only thing I can think of that would be is a seed that went bad inside this container and then just fell out on the ground. Yeah, weird. So just building an area in the closed-off, pressurized room, then building an oxygen room. Well, see, there's a couple things I want to do. So I need access to a good source of polluted water if I'm going to have a farm, because the farm, the irrigated farm tiles take a lot of water in order to keep them going. So I have a couple of options. I can try to build something in here, which means we need to dig up all these bristle bottoms that are not, well, they're actually growing, but they're not doing super awesome. I can dig these up and then set up my farm in this space here, and that will. Now there's a lot of cold radiating here too, though. This is going to be tricky. I have a lot of cold around my colony that I should probably take care of here. And I don't think you can use the wire bridge to go through doors. So I'm probably just going to block this off with a wall now that it's here. Let's set some insulation going. Maybe try to control our temperatures here just a little bit. No, I can't do that. Alright, we'll take care of this one here. We'll do insulation all on the bottom here. We'll do insulation up here. I'm going to try and control this cold here so it doesn't get too frigid in my colony. This abyssalite will make the perfect insulator up here, so I don't have to worry about that. Family-friendly Fox here. Sort of like family-friendly Felix, or what? Oh, the grain decays. Is that what it is? Okay, that makes sense. I have a lot of them, too, I guess, which makes, it makes sense that it would be decaying in there. Hopefully refrigerating it will allow it to stay. Let's do everything that's in here. Yeah, why not? We'll stick it all in there. This is a priority 7. And then when they pull out... Oh, there was another one that decayed. Either that or they didn't clean up the... No, they haven't cleaned it up yet. They're lazy. I didn't even give them that many jobs. They can't even do the ones I give them. Lousy duplicants. Oh, Ray, I'm sorry to hear that you're having so many issues with the stream. That really stinks. If you make the room big enough with the hydrogen and the oxygen will separate and you won't need the filter. Yes and no. I mean, you always get a little bit that will actually get in there. Because the... I don't know, there's actually a variety of things you can do with it. The trouble is more that if you don't have the filter, you have a greater likelihood of getting oxygen into your hydrogen generator, which damages it. So, I mean, for the small electrical cost of using one of the filters, I'm not really that concerned about it. I think I'm going to build my farm right here in the swamp biome. Now, this is slightly on the warm side. The ideal temperature for the meal ice plants is more like 20 to 22 degrees, I think, is the ideal range. So, we're gonna have to do a little bit of control in here to try and take care of things. Actually, with this geyser right here, I shouldn't do that. I'm feeling indecisive now. I want this geyser, and if I dig it out, I'm gonna try to expand it out this way so I can control the flow of water a little bit and make use of it. Ideally, probably all the way down into here, I would think. If I go over to this side, I've got to deal with extreme temperatures over here that are too hot, plus the gases that are there. If I go up, I've got the cold biome. I was really hoping I'd have more swamp biome nearby. I guess I'm going to have to maybe think about down here instead. We'll do like a sub-farming area, which again is going to be a long way from my refrigeration, but I can set some other refrigeration down here, I guess. Let's work down here. I think this is where I'm going to go. So I'm going to need to dig this out first. Not really thrilled about the water being above me. There's not a lot that's ideal about this particular colony location. I'm not going to lie. We got a ladder going downward here, I guess. You know what? These are all harvesting now. I'm going to keep changing direction. I'm going to build the meal lice over here. On this side over here, I think we'll do pinch of pepper plant if I can get them going, because they'll benefit from the heat that's coming out of here. The bristle blossom, we'll have to try to find a good location for that. It's going to have to be somewhere colder, so it can be closer to a cold biome, which I think will work out good. So in this area here, I'm going to swap all these out. Let's dig all this stuff up. Now that we got a good harvest out of it. Dig all these up. I think I'm all out of seeds anyway, aside from the ones that you still see here now. But we can get some more of those. No indecisive. Be confident with less death. I'm just alternately confident over and over again. What is that wire used to jump around another wire? Will it work on a door? No, unfortunately it won't. It's the wire bridge, and it's right here. It lets you go through solid walls and stuff. So, for example, here if I destroy this, deconstruct this thing, and then we can use the wire bridge here. Assuming they will hurry up and break it for me. There we go. We use the wire bridge here, and then we can fill in this spot here with an insulated tile. And it'll bridge over that gap, but unfortunately it doesn't work through a door. What water do I have going to the blossom plants? None, actually. These tiles that I put in here when I first built them... Oh, actually, I need to dig these up, too. Come on, uproot all this business. No, don't plant more. Gosh. These tiles that I put in here weren't the irrigated tiles. They're just regular farm tiles. I was kind of experimenting in the last stream. Checking out the different options and stuff that were in there. Hi, Marcos Eduardo. No, these don't take polluted water at all, unfortunately. So you need actually the hydroponic tiles in order to do that. Oh, come on, guys. You just got started. Let's do some insulation here because I want to control the temperatures. I don't really want to block in the CO2 right here, though. Maybe I can do just a little gap below this floor. So the CO2 will fall there. I'm going to need room for it to grow. So if I have, say, a row here... No, I'm going to need to make a whole lot of space in here. Destroy all this. Destroy it all, I say. Oh, sorry. Someone took the plunge. Focus on decor now. Our decor's not really all that bad off. It's pretty good in all the places that they're staying, so I'm not super worried about it. We'll get to the decor. I need to work on a variety of things. I'm going to put in like some showers and stuff. Actually, they would be really good like right here. Shower and lavatory. It's actually a little awkward having fresh water right here when I'm trying to build my farm over here, because I'm going to try to pump the polluted water from this side over. We'll make use of it on this side. Let's go down here. I'm going to need a way to get across here, I suppose. Do some work for me, fellers. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just dig this up. No, we're supposed to cancel. Cancel all. There. Might as well get the algae while we're down here. We're going to need it eventually anyway. Don't I miss the days when I had 30 dupes? I don't know about that. That was pretty chaotic. Mind you, I never lacked for workers. We could pretty much power the whole colony just by taking 10 of them and sending them on the hamster wheels for a while. I thought you used that trick in the last game. Which trick? I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Oh, yeah, gee, that's a good idea. I'm terrible for learning hotkeys in games. I really should spend more time doing it. It certainly makes life easier if you actually focus on using the hotkeys a little bit. These things here, apparently, they take like 18 cycles to grow. These ones are growing fine. They're in the ideal air pressure. Oddly enough, the temperature's not ideal, even at the temperature they're at. It's not irrigated either, so these won't be perfect, but even if I get a few food crops out of it, it'll help bridge us over until we get production out of the stuff that I want. I mean, we have 122,000 right now, so it's, we're not really hurting or anything. All right, let's do... I think I'm going to do the door for this place down at the bottom. And then if I can get up here, I'm going to need to destroy all this. Deconstruct. Let's get rid of all these old farm pieces. We'll make use of the new ones. Turn off combat. I thought I had it turned off already. Yeah, combat's turned off. We're all good. I don't have to worry about them hurting the hatches or anything. How do you produce oxygen without algae? I mean, your best option for oxygen without algae is your electrolyzer. I mean, right now I just have crazy amounts of algae, so I'm really not in a big rush. I only have one deoxidizer running, and it's doing a pretty good job of keeping everything well set up too. The amount of CO2 I'm getting built up down here, these three little algae terrariums really aren't keeping up with it very well. I may even put a scrubber down here. And on the plus side, it's sitting in a cold temperature area, so I think that will work out really good for managing that temperature. This pump we set up, but I don't think I actually connected it to anything. No, we did not, so that's good. Did I even set up power on it? Nope, I didn't connect it. Okay, good. So I set this thing up in advance knowing I would need it at some point. And now, I guess it's probably a good option to use it. Let's deconstruct these. And we'll get some better CO2 management going on down here. Put a little tile floor. Sorry, buddy. I know there's no air down there. Okay, in our oxygen, we're going to take our scrubber. We'll plop it right here. I'm going to need some plumbing to connect this thing up. Got to really think about it because they reversed all the ports on me. Now the white is the input and the green is the output. Keeps throwing me off. Now, in order to pump this out of here, I'm going to have to send this upward. I could actually send this up into the farm plot when we have it ready to go, but in the meantime, I need a place to put it. So, where can I store this stuff? Oh boy, that's awful. Oh yeah, that's great. Good times. Nobody build that. One of these days, I'm gonna learn to hit the shift key when I'm moving things around, so I can't see. With the shift key down, you can't accidentally place pipes anywhere but in a straight line. But I keep forgetting to do it. We'll send it right out here into this biome. Like so. And we'll stick the liquid right in here for now. Ultimately, what I'll probably do is I'll take this and just feed it right into the farm so it goes right in there. Because it's actually, when I was doing a little experimenting in another colony, it's crazy how much polluted water they'll suck in. They just need a constant, steady supply of it. And even when I was pumping it straight in, some of the little tiles would say that they were waiting for irrigation. It was really weird. Just wait till Christmas sales. That might be a little while. A little while to wait. Power. Let's get some electrical wire going here. We're going to need this for the pump, and we're going to need this also for here. So we'll finally actually be starting to tap into this coal generator, which I really haven't been using a whole lot of. And that'll clean up all the CO2 that's down here. This actually is really nicely concentrated in this corner, so this is an awesome space for this scrubber to sit. Sadly, this is going to be an issue. This is still going to hang out here. Okay. I'm going to use an airlock door down here. Now, this is going to let air in and out when I go through it. However, for the meal ice, it's not really a huge temperature control issue. So I think we can manage with that. This water's a little on the cold side. This is on the warm side. So I think this will be okay to feed it in. I need to insulate the inner wall in here also, because if we don't, temperatures from the other biomes could ultimately get in here and mess with my crops. I don't want that at all. I think about the scrubber water input reversed. Nope, it's working fine. They actually changed it around. If you look at the... where are we here? If you look at the piping, they actually reversed it. So now the white is the input and the green is the output, where it used to be the other way around until they ran the update last week. Threw me off completely when I was trying to set some other stuff up. I was like, why isn't my stuff working? I wasn't even looking at it. Apparently that was the problem. So we've got a good supply now here cleaning up this. This CO2 is going to get cleaned up fast. And then we might even be able to turn the air scrubber off for a little while. I'm going to open this door so that the nasty air can go out. Gonna need a ladder in here to build up in here. Okay, so there are a few things that we need to grow an ideal crop in here. We need the ideal temperature, which I think for meal ice is between 18 and 22 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. I need to double check it. We need fertilizer, and we'll also need the polluted water. So I think we'll be in good shape. Now, the air pressure is something else we have to have. So we're going to try and get over 750 grams per tile of air pressure inside of that little area where the farm is. Oh, Dark Mel, thanks very much for the super chat. That's amazing. Sorry you couldn't stay, but I'm glad you're enjoying the videos and you were able to come out at least for a little bit with the stream. That's pretty cool. I really want to shoot for some excellent growth in our crops, though. So we want to try and get the ideal situation going here. Okay, I can put. I think I can put maybe 2 in here. 1, 2. This is gonna put it a little close to the ceiling, but we'll see how this works out. I'm gonna have to get rid of this row in here once these guys are finished building. But these things act like a floor as well, so it really kind of works out well. They also have problems getting the hydroponic farm tile irrigation and try different systems with the same problem. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It actually, I don't know if it's just that you have to send a ridiculous amount of water to it, or if it's just a little bit buggy. I'm not really positive, but I have had some issues keeping it irrigated well enough. I'm thinking maybe I'll just try and I'll hammer it. I'm going to use this thing down here. This produces a steady stream of polluted water, so I'm kind of inclined to pump this into the 2 levels of my little farm. Let's deconstruct all this. Hopefully 2 tiles is enough for these to grow. I think it is. I don't think they need 3. Average gamer dude. Actually, I don't know who I have in here anymore. I completely forgot who I have in this colony. So we have Bright Star Plays, Faithless Angel, Blake Mayfield, Pig Rider, Bubble Cat, Angel of Darkness, Caitlin Roberts, and Chris Cornell. I think you were actually in the last colony, Rich Gamer Dude. That one's not really viable anymore now that the new update's out, so we're kind of just building a brand new one. Food again. More hydroponic tiles. Let's make a big farm out of this. I actually don't think I have enough seed for all this, but we'll give it a whirl anyway. Yeah, Marcos, I appreciate that. Thanks very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. To irrigate the plots, you have to pump in polluted water, and then that lets them irrigate. Now, the nice thing is you can just run the pipe all the way through the whole row, and then it will kind of feed through. But what it does is it'll go all the way to the last one until it's full. And then it'll go to the next one until it's full, and then the next one until it's full, and so on and so forth. The trouble is by the time it gets to these end ones, these ones have used up some of the polluted water. So it sends the water down there again. So you'll find that I think you actually need to feed the water in both sides in order to keep a good steady supply. Otherwise, you never really get a good feed into both ends. So we'll see how it works. I'm gonna send some polluted water from the air scrubber into both of these, and I can actually do that right now. What this will do is it'll split it in half. It'll do a 50-50 split on these. So here, half of it will go in. We're gonna get the bottom row better hydrated than the top one, because each time you split it, it splits the flow in half. So you'll get 50% that will continue up and 50% that will go in. And then of that 50% will go in and 50% will go up. So this one will get like 25% of the water from the scrubber. This one will get about 50% of the water from the scrubber. Not really enough to keep them hydrated. But I'm going to pump from this side also, and we'll get like a double flow, one on each end. Actually, all things considered, I might as well make this a 50-50. And we'll get rid of the pipe that's going up here. There's no reason to send it all the way out here if I'm just going to pump it back. So we'll get rid of that. Now, I just have to be careful this doesn't back up because I don't have any plants planted in here. Oops, where's my liquid? Because when this backs up, my scrubber's going to stop working. And it's getting pretty close to that point right now. So I'm going to let it fill up. Actually, it's not even move. Oh, you know what? I only sent it to the first pipe. That's what the problem is. We want to run the pipe all the way through, and it will connect to all of them. There we go. So they'll do all the building in there, and that'll get the water all the way across, and things will be good. Crop has a growth rating now. Yeah, so here's the deal. If you look in these, there are different types of crops you can grow in them. So you can grow mealwood seed, blossom seed, sleet wheat, or pinch of pepper plants. The pinch of pepper plants, you actually have to flip these over because they grow downwards instead of upwards. But for the mealwood seed, for example, in order to get your ideal harvest, there are certain conditions you want to hit. And this is it gives you the list down here at the bottom. You want your temperature to be between 18 and 22 degrees. You want your gas pressure to be 750 grams at a minimum. So you can go higher than that. So I generally try to max it out because there's no negative point to doing it. You want your polluted water. It's going to consume 40 kilograms per cycle. And then fertilizer is going to consume 2,000 grams per cycle. So if you can meet all of these conditions, your plant will start to get a score. And if the score that it achieves is greater than 80 points throughout the growth cycle of the plant, then you'll get excellent level, which will give you 1,600 kilocalories of meal ice, plus you'll get 2 mealwood seeds, which is amazing because you'll get to replant them, which is really what we want to drive for. Because you can't really keep a perpetual food cycle going if you don't have food to perpetually give it, more or less. Let's build a ladder down here because we're going to need a pump. This thing here I can break off because we aren't going to need it anymore for now, since I'm going to pump things back the other way now. This is already sitting in the ideal temperature range. What it's not sitting in is the ideal pressure range. I have too much CO2 in here. So I'm going to need to take care of that, and I'm going to use the algae terrarium to do it. On plumbing, I'm going to need a liquid pump, but we'll set I'll set it at the lowest point if we can manage it. Hopefully we can reach that. Unreachable. Oh, because the ladder's not built yet. Let's see. When they get the ladder built, we'll see if they can reach it. They may not be able to go that far underwater, but we'll find out. Hi, Robotic Wolf. How are you? I stole. What did I steal? I have no idea what I stole. The next good digger dupe should be Diesel Torque. That's funny. Answer your question. What's the machine on the platform? You mean this machine down here? This is the air scrubber, or if you mean this machine over here, it's the power transformer, which lets you switch power from the heavy watt wire into the smaller wires that you can run through your colony without having a negative decor effect. This thing, look how well this thing cleaned up. It's already like taking care of a huge chunk of that CO2 that was down there. This door I can probably just close off now. I can close the door. If I can close the door, there we go. Let's put that on auto. Okay, good. They did actually reach the pump, so we can build that, which is amazing. Send some water up here. Give me the dirty waters. And I'm going to want to send it actually... Oh, I don't even know if I can do this. The way I built this was all wacky, because I'm super smart that way. Go me. I'm going to have to smash a piece of the floor, which is just kind of like normal construction, I figure. We'll smash that piece of floor, and then that will let me run piping down here. And we'll do inside the insulation, and we'll feed it into both of these. So on the plus side, from the bottom, I'm feeding the lower one first, and from the top, I'm feeding the top one first. So hopefully this little crisscross pattern will make sure that the whole thing gets good irrigation in general. I've seen Bright Star, have I? I haven't found the natural gas geyser yet. I really want to tap into one and make use of it, but I just haven't come across one. It's kind of frustrating. I've been looking around for it, but you really have to dig around, I think. Apparently they mostly can be found in the swamp biomes, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm really hoping I can get one eventually. This temperature is like perfect. I couldn't ask for this to be better. It's right at 20 degrees. And actually the air pressure is high enough too in here, so this might actually work out pretty good. I think we'll be... You know what? I really should plant these right now. So we'll go in here. Oh, I have 49 mealwood seed, too. I actually do have enough to set this whole thing up, which is great. Boom. Oh, gosh, I love that highlight feature. So I did leave enough space. That's good there. I just hope they don't consume the air pressure that's in here on me. I gotta be careful of that. If they do, we may have to build something else in here to try and take care of it a little bit. Eventually, I'm going to need to put some sort of an air supply in here. And I don't mean the band, even though plants like music. We'll put an air supply in here, and that will help keep the pressure up at the level we want. But as long as the temperature sits in a nice range, and we can keep it from dropping too much pressure, I think we'll end up with a really good crop. Well, yeah, the plant temp isn't the big deal. It's the air temp, but also you can kind of manage your temperatures by managing the temperature of the tiles that are there also. So if you can manage your hydroponic tiles by keeping them at the right temperature, then that kind of helps go a long way. If these guys would just finish building out the piping for me, that would be amazing. It's Let's get rid of all this stuff. I'll leave a few bottles behind when I break it, but that's okay. Oh, look, it's actually looping all the way through and coming back now. That's not the intended outcome. Come on. I need this other pump to get going, or I can't... it's going to keep doing this. That's just silly. Oh, great. Now my air pressure's really dropped. No, 803, 940. Okay, it's good. It's really low at the bottom here, but it's okay above. So that's fine. Yeah, a bunch of natural gas is produced from the geyser, but I haven't come across a geyser yet. I know you can get it from the fertilizer plant also, but I'm not really thrilled with the idea of having to spend a bunch of power in order to try and get... Oh, look at the mess I made. They can't even mop that up because I was awesome and just built my floor in a weird way. I shouldn't have left that gap there, I guess. Now I've got all this gas trapped in here that's going to come floating up through this vent. I'm going to have to break all this. I am brilliant. Let's break all this. Get all this out of here. Alright, somebody clean up this mess now. So these are growing well. What do we got here? So we're setting ideal air pressure, ideal temperature. It's growing 3%. So here's the score you can see over here. Excellent yield, 99.9. This is going to be an amazing crop already. All they have to do now is keep the water going, and I did not put any hydro down here. So keeping the water going might present a challenge. Oh, gosh, I'm all derpy again. Hold on, cancel this. Cancel. Give to me the powers. I gotta go through here. I gotta build the floors so I don't have to do all this wacky... You know what? I'm gonna build the floors first. This is silly. Why am I going out of my way to make this thing all wacky? Even the piping, I didn't have to do that way. I think I just like making my own life difficult. I don't know why that is. Robotic Wolf, I don't understand. So hold on, I missed your comment. Did you miss me? I'm not dead and can be on my own. I can be my own doopy. Well, the last colony we kind of swapped everyone out for different people that were in the stream last time. So I'm actually not bringing any more dupes right now. Maybe once we start getting some cool crops coming in. Actually, I'm sitting really good food wise. I probably could use another dupe. Let's turn this back on. We'll see. We have to wait like 2 or 3 cycles now for it to work. We turned it off, and then when you turn it back on, you gotta wait. Which kind of stinks. Your first plant on the top left isn't getting any water. So once this pump goes, which I should probably focus on doing now. Once the pump gets going, we'll get enough water in there, and it'll be okay. The cool thing is, it doesn't have to be like the perfect conditions the entire time the plant is growing. Like this top left plant here is still a yield of 99.9, even though it looks like it's getting no water. It's still 100% irrigation, 100% fertilizer. These are fine. 99.8, 99.9, 99.5. These plants are doing great. It looks like they're not getting what they need because all the polluted water is going in that lower level. But some of it's cycling back upwards, and so far so good. I mean, I do need to keep it fed, or it will become a problem eventually. But so far, it's not really an issue. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of all this silly floor I did here too, and try to fix this mess. Let's do deconstruct buildings. I'm gonna have to fix all this floor because the toilets are gonna break. But we'll put some more insulated tile in here, kind of cap that off, and then we'll put a nice purdy tile on top of it here. There. That should fix the bulk of the problem. Hopefully. We can't use the toilets for a minute, but minor inconvenience. Hold it in, boys and girls. Been watching you for a long time. Put a hold on my stream to check out. Oh, that's very cool. Hope stream goes well and no more crashes. Mine had 1 million. Oh, I haven't had any crashes. Oh no, actually that's not true. It did crash once on me last time. What did I entomb? Oh my goodness, Bubble Cat is completely encased in floor. Oh, come on. Deconstruct. They literally entombed him. I've never seen one with like 2 rocks in. He's like completely inside there. Get him out. Somebody dig him out. No, come on. Deconstruct buildings. There we go. I've never seen one completely encased before. I've only ever seen their head stuck. That was both funny and ridiculous. There was a guy that did an experiment to come up with the best farm build. Yeah, there's probably been a whole bunch of different experiments. I'm not sure that anybody really has the... Oh, no, come on. Don't do it again. They're going to do it again. There. He's standing in the hole. He's going to get caught in there again. Okay, he got out. You guys are ridiculous. Oh, and look, it actually forced all the mess up into one little tile, so we can clean that up. And then they can build it in. It'll be fine. Look at that. Looks almost like I planned it. Aw, come on. There's one hole there. It's almost like I planned it, except for that one hole I left. Want to move forward to a lavatory and shower? I will. I just haven't been in a super big rush. I mean, the fertilizer's still handy, ultimately. What do we have fertilizer-wise? Agriculture. We've got 448 kilograms of fertilizer, so not a super ton of it. What I don't know is whether it considers the polluted water that's in here as the fertilizer now. I kind of hope it does, but I'm not positive it will. 99.9. 77.4. Ooh, this one's not good. Irrigation is down on this one. This pump's not going. What is lacking here? Awaiting material delivery, sandstone. How is it not finished? We've already got a plant that's not going to make top priority. That's no good. No good at all. Come on, get this thing. Is it unreachable? It's unreachable. They let me build the pump, and then... come on. They built the pump and everything to it, including the electrical connection, but this one little section of pipe, no, that one's unreachable. Arrgh. Alright. Deconstruct it all. I'll move my pump. Fine. Here, dig this out. Get some of this algae while you're down here. As long as you're scuba diving, you might as well get algae. Back to the pump. Everything was working out just perfectly, too. It just had to throw a monkey wrench in the works. Where's my power? There we go. Alright, if that gets going, then maybe we'll finally... Why didn't they fix this yet? I mean, really? What's the holdup here? Prioritize. Fix the floor. You gotta have a toilets, buddy. You gotta have... No, nope, they're going to sleep. They're not gonna fix the toilet, they're going to sleep. Come on. Hydroponic tiles don't accept clean or polluted water. Fertilizer is different. Hydroponic tiles will only accept... They only make use of the polluted water. I think if you send clean water to them, it doesn't count. Nobody's died yet, THD. Somebody got fully encased in the floor, but other than that, it was good. Oh, I see, Keonan. Did your game crash because of the debug mode? I think I've seen that a bunch of times. The sleep we need polluted water also. It's like -20. Yeah, you do need polluted water if you're going to be using the hydroponic tiles. If you're not using the hydroponic tiles, you don't have to worry about it. They'll supply it with whatever water is necessary. Yeah, it would be nice if they fix the AI a little bit. Still, there's lots of cool improvements coming to the game, and it's obviously not finished yet. What is going on here? Why aren't they doing this floor? Is it because there's stuff sitting there? Because if there is, you guys could really clean up that mess. There. Put that at priority, sweep that mess up. Now, give me the tile I need. Come on. It's right there. You're running all... There we go. Finally. Okay, now it looks like I planned that or something. All right, we have water going in here now, so that's good. How's this one doing? Irrigation is climbing. We're back to an excellent yield at 97. I think this is going to be an amazing crop. Everything's looking awesome. Okay, so this particular farm crop, not so difficult. Build it in your main temperate area. The temperature is kind of the right space anyway. Feed it with some water. Good to go. We'll get a really good supply off of this. I think where it's going to be tricky to do the other planting is when we start working on things like the pick a pepper plant, which requires really high heat, and then the bristle blossom, which requires kind of a lower temperature, and it has to be a little bit more finicky, and we're going to need that probably closer to a cold biome, unless I want to really want to spend a lot of energy trying to control the temperatures. This is around 10 over here, but I've insulated it now because that was brilliant of me. The negative temperatures in the cold biome are going to be a little bit too cold for it. Vex the Ghost is back. Welcome back, Vex. Good night, Amoxilic Psychosis. Amoxilic Psychosis. That's a cool name. Hard to say. Use clean water for your hydro. Okay, so everyone that I've seen has said that clean water was not hydrating their hydroponic farm for them. Can you make a fast view of how to work the farm, please? Well, I've kind of done that now. I'm going to end up building or doing another little tutorial video on it, but this one was actually really simple to set this one up. I just closed off a room. You get air pressures that are... Boy, the air pressure is nice and high in here. Air pressures that are at least 750 grams per tile. You want to irrigate it with liquid, supply it with fertilizer, and then have a temperature range that is between 18 and 22 degrees, and this is sitting right in that ideal range. And these will produce an excellent crop. And when they hit the fully grown state, these are still really low, but when they hit the fully grown state, they'll get these little glowy things around them, and you'll know that you've got an excellent crop. Ah, sorry I couldn't stay, Heather Flower, but thanks for popping in to see the stream at least. Vex is here to the fat lady sings. I could sing in a falsetto. Would that qualify? Roar to you too, Esperance. What happens if the electricity is yellow? So, you mean like on the grid? What it just means is that it's under strain. So, the circuit status on this one, the maximum circuit pull is 960 watts. For this particular wire, the max wattage is 1,000 watts, so it's only 40 watts away from hitting that maximum load, so it shows that it's kind of under strain, whereas this one, we're only pulling 360 of a possible 1,000, so we're not really straining this wire at all. If we add much more onto this one, it's going to cause an issue. Which actually makes me think I probably am going to need to run some heavy watt wire up to the upper level of my base if I'm going to do an oxygen room the way I like to do up top. Again, now... Uh-oh. Wow, I actually ran out of algae. That took a while. But we finally did. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to dig some more up before my guys all suffocate. Fortunately, we have another big supply of it under here, and there's a few other places I haven't mined it up yet also. Now that we have our crop going down here, I probably should focus on getting an oxygen room going so that we can make sure our guys don't suffocate while I'm trying to grow some cool crops. Hi, Chew. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Riley, this is such a fun game. I'm crazy addicted to it. I don't know how many hours I put into it. I guess if I switched over to Steam, I could probably check. However, it's got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 200 hours I put into this thing. Is there a fast way to get rid of these things without individually clicking them? I'm terrible with hotkeys. Do the tiles consume dirty water? I'm feeding them dirty water. I was under the impression, actually, that they required dirty water and that they wouldn't work with clean water. Because I had some other people that had mentioned that when they tried to feed them clean water, it just wasn't doing anything. So I'm not sure. But they definitely make use of it. Maybe the dirty water qualifies as both fertilizer and water? I'm not really sure. I should actually hang out here and see whether these guys come down and actually feed fertilizer into any of the plants here. I'm not sure whether they came in or out of this room at all. I know they have to come in to give this thing more algae, but I'm not sure otherwise. Okay. We can get a constant supply of water down here. I think what I want to do now is build a bathroom. No, I'm sorry, getting distracted. I need to build an oxygen room because I'm going to run out of algae at some point. Let's extend up this way. I'm going to dig out the algae that I have up here. We'll actually get some oxalate crystal while we're up here too, so we'll get another little oxygen surge. Get all this wonderful sand that's down here. Ooh, I don't want that crystal. Dig this up. Oh, they never did finish off this roof in here either. Why didn't they finish that? 1, 2, 3, 4. They should be able to... No, they can't reach that. What am I thinking? Arg. I built a roof that they can't even finish. I need to give them like a little step stool, but I can't reach it. Rat. Alright. Ladder. Let's get a ladder. Let's dig this out. Oh, I hear the magic noise. Looks like we got another duplicate coming in. Alright. If they do that, then they can get this finished off, and then I can just seal that off with some more insulated tile. Bum-ba-da-bum. Choose a duplicate. Alright. We can have somebody who's really gassy or somebody who can't dig. I don't think I'm going to take any of these. I don't want the binge eater. That's all. I mean, the stress level is only like 32%. We've managed stress really well in here. It hasn't been a problem at all. But I don't really want to deal with the binge eater. Well, the bristle blossom requires clean water. That's different because it actually requires... it requires fertilizer, so it's funny that it will actually it'll only take clean water. I'll have to experiment with that, I guess. So I've done them... I haven't tried doing a farming at all yet with the bristle blossom. We'll have to get there next. I'm gonna run out of food storage. I've got so much food. Let's, oh, stop making these. What am I doing? That's what the problem is. Make lice loaf. I don't know if we have any lice, but we're going to in a second. We're gonna have tons of it. Oodles and scads of it. I need to run a wire up top because we need some heavy watt wire up here. Hydrogen gas rises. Polluted will fall. This will all be good. Just dig straight up. I should hold down shift. I don't want to go all derpy. There we go. Oh, while we're here, we can even get some plants. I gotta go up here because we can run our electrical wiring through this space. It's actually, it should be okay. I don't think it'll cause any real issues. I want to seal all this off. How did I build these up so high? Oh, I know why. Because I had crops growing up here. Deconstruct these. Get rid of them. Deconstruct all this too. Good luck with the run. Also, what's your opinion on what 3 jobs are the best to start with? How do you mean by 3 jobs to start with? You mean in terms of like the professions of the duplicants? Because I'm actually not that picky. I mostly just focus on what their negatives are. I try to balance out getting good traits with the negative traits. I like to pick scaredy cats because I never kill off the hatches and things anyway. I always try to make use of them. So they're like my favorite grab because they're kind of like a freebie. Let's dig this out. I think I'm going to need to insulate over here. This actually should be hot, I think. Yeah, it's a little warm on this side. Let's dig this out. We'll do more fancy insulation. And actually, these guys are sleeping in warm temperatures. Why didn't I notice that before? We got to fix that. That's no good. No bueno. Get all that taken care of. You guys have a lot of digging to do. Get to work. Slave driver. Need to work where your planter water. Feed from above and below. You mean like this? Above and below like that? Although actually I ran out of CO2 down here, so this thing's not even scrubbing anymore. But I did have it feeding from above and below. Hi, Dr. Get Low Dude. Welcome to the stream. Feeding gets too many planters. Middle planters are not getting water. And yet, you're right. I mean, they're still above that 80%, that 80 threshold. Actually, all the ones on this side aren't getting water. It's actually only feeding water to the first one. That's so weird. I swear there's a bit of a bug with this. Like, look, it's pumping water in there. This plant here says it's irrigated. This one is not. So it's not even making it all the way through anymore. I do need to get it going from both sides, but I ran out of carbon dioxide down here. I should turn this off. Let's disable this thing. On the plus side, it's sitting down in the cold biome, so even though it's been running for a while, it's not even heating up. What I'll do, I think, is we'll split our flow of water here again. I'm not really thrilled about this, but we'll split it here. And if I split it here, it's going to be 25% that goes to this side, and then an even smaller portion over here. Alright, I can't feed it from the bottom directly right now, so what I am going to do is go like this. Oh my gosh, that was super derpy. What a mess. Alright, cancel all this mess. Oh, come on. There we go. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it's actually going to feed through there very well, but... Just got back. Lag's still bad. Oh, sorry, Ray. It's a shame we can't get that sorted out for you. Apparently Vex likes Sour Patch Kids and Oni. And his mother and sleep and love. You can't love sleep that much. You're here. The water is the bad water. I'm using polluted water to feed through here, yeah. It works best for the mealwood. Oh, they're harvesting. Did we get some ideal crops? 98.7. We did, but it's not doing all the little glowy things. 93.2. 93.2. So we ended up with some really good crops in here. When I had it going before, though, I was getting these little sparkly jobbies that was showing that it was amazing, and I got a little seed and everything, but I don't see any seeds falling here. Maybe it's only for the final growth of the plant. That might be it. Because you still get, what do we got here? 2 more harvests remaining out of these. Try the parallel water. Food is decayed. What decayed now? Oh. Dude, what is that? Alright, sweep that up. He's making meal lice bars, and I guess they're not picking them up fast enough. Even though these are set to like a 7. You'd think they would pick them up right away. Stick them in the fridge for me. Not so much. Not so much. Feed the planters with the vertical pipes. Yeah, so okay, so here's the issue though with the vertical pipes is that if I feed them all in vertically, the first one gets 50% split, and then so on and so forth. So let's see how well this feeds in here. Hold on. Where's my water piping? No, we got excess water coming through here now. Let me try here this. Let's do the piping underneath, and we'll try splitting it off this way. The trouble is, if I split it this way, it's still going to have the same issue. Hopefully it will keep enough of a flow going. And then deconstruct liquid pipes through here. Test that out. That might work a little better. We'll see. Look at seed in the final harvest. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Tyler, I've been streaming. I don't even know. I can't even see my clock right now. Hold on. I've been streaming around an hour. Oh, look at the mess I made. Let's mop this up. All that wonderful dirty water I pumped in there and I just split off everywhere. Let's sweep this out of here. Get rid of the stink, boys and girls. Peoples. Run the line through the plants and offshoot the farm time. Farm time? You said time twice, so I'm thinking farm tile. Well, I'm going to test it out. So I ran it right through the middle, and it does seem to feed them all, but depending on the volume you're sending through it, it may not get a chance to irrigate everything. So, like, this whole bottom row now is all well irrigated. So I think it might just be a function of the volume of water that I'm sending through it. So right now, it's not splitting it and trying to do 2 rows. It's only doing a single one off this pump. It seems like when I split it, that's when it caused more issues. But we'll see. I mean, we've already gotten some excellent yield off of this, so that's pretty good. Oh my gosh, it's so slow. Work faster! And somebody clean this mess up. How is that not picked up yet? They're leaving it rot there. Okay, hold on. Sweep this up. Sweep. Sweep that thing up. Get it out of there. They can't reach the pipe. You told them to. Yeah, they can reach it. They're just being, they're busy focusing on other things right now. They're fixing the pipe up here that I told them to make. And they're not making this one down here just now. I should just prioritize this and get it done. Or they can go in on their own and do it. Good timing. They can walk on the planter boxes, which is kind of cool. And that's just like flooring, which is great. No super chat in Malaysia. Well, that's a shame. Thank you for thinking about it, though, anyway. Oh, now I need to do the pipes upwards. Get all these going. We'll see how this splits out. Now, normally what it does is it splits the flow in half, but maybe when the first box is full, at least it'll still keep some of it moving down the line. So this one you can see is flowing all the way through, but it's not getting past the end here because it's feeding into the feeder boxes at each level. So let's see if it makes a difference when we feed it in this way. Because now it's not only focused on one particular planter box. It's kind of going through a whole bunch of them, but it's still skipping these ones over here as the first priority. Maybe because these planter boxes are full. Oh, they're not made yet. I get it. I could pay attention, and that might make a whole lot more sense. Once they finish these pipes, it'll feed. Okay, so now it's getting a pretty even distribution in there, so that works pretty good. That was a good idea. Nice thought. I know I should prioritize. I just don't do it often enough. I got in the habit, actually, when I first started playing the game, I prioritized everything. And that was just too much. And then I got away from it. Now I prioritize almost nothing. Speaking of nothings, let's get some air, because soon we're not going to have any. Let's get all this out of here. Take all this out. Then they can make the ceiling for me in there. Ooh, they did finish this over here, so I can do insulated tile now. Let's get our living quarters a little bit more temperate. Because things are going to get a little warm over here. It's on touch on the warm side. It's not really bad, but it's just a little warm. I'm going to get rid of this little block here. We'll deconstruct this one here. Oops. No. Deconstruct buildings here. I'm going to put an airlock door there. We'll start to seal things off so we can get a contained area that we're managing our air pressure in. And then I don't have to worry about it anymore. Choose a duplicant. We got an anemic iron gut. Dimensionally inept, can't dig it, early bird. Wow, they can get up early and then not do anything. That's amazing. They can't build it. They can't dig it. They're pretty much only good for cooking and cleaning. And he's a miner. That's awful. We have a yokel interior decorator. I'm actually fine with yokel because we're not doing research anymore. Oh, he is a binge eater, though. Wait a minute. How's he a yokel and have a decor expectation of 15? That's crazy. Food quality, he'll eat terrible. Maybe we'll go with the anemic iron gut. The 7 creativity is kind of appealing. They're a binge eater also. Awesome. Or I could take this person who's an ugly crier. I don't like that option either. These are terrible choices. Just awful. Alright. Let's go in here. Actually, you know what? Actually, we'll do Dark Mel 1, because Dark Mel 1 did a super chat, and I don't want to ignore that. So, let's see, he doesn't capitalize. Dark Mel 1. There we go. Print. Duplicate number 9. Nice. I need more beds. Let's get in the furniture. Maybe we'll put them down here by the doctor. They might need it soon. The way I manage a colony, they might need it very soon. Let's go like this. We'll do a little bit of artwork down here. We'll make things all prettified. A little over here would be good. This top floor is looking pretty ugly. I should do something up here where they're actually eating all their meals. Take care of that stress while they're having dinner. Oh, no flying statues. Do the legendary ghost. There, we'll bookend it with some statues and try to make it all nice and fancy for them. And I want to get rid of the dirt and stuff that I have in here, too. They don't generally like that too much. Let's maybe sweep this up. That is a negative decor effect. And if they're going to sit in negative decor, there's not much point in putting a whole pile of paintings and stuff right there. Super chatter. Yeah, sorry. In general, I'm going to prioritize people that super chat only because, I mean, they've just donated money. So I kind of feel like I want to recognize that that donation. So 73.2. What is not right here? Low concentration of air pressure. That didn't take long. All right. Let's go with the... For now, I'm going to do an algae deoxidizer in here. Throw this on the power line. Hopefully doesn't tap out too much power. We'll get the air pressure back up in here, and that'll solve for that. This is not the ultimate solution I want. I'm going to get rid of this in the end because I don't have an infinite supply of algae, even though I had a ton of it in the starting area. It's not infinite. Speaking of algae, let's take this out. We'll replace that ultimately with an air vent instead, and I'll do my typical little ventilation system I like to use. I wish Kazi was on here too. He's my favorite also. That Kazi guy. Oh, everything's melting over here really nice. This thing's producing a good amount of heat. We're getting a lot of polluted water in here. Oh, they got a ladder almost all the way up. We're getting there. A little bit higher up, and then we can run some more electrical wiring through here so we can try and get a power transformer up in the top area. This is where I want to build my oxygen room. Because it'll be a nice temperature in here, I think. So let's build a ladder in here. Oh, super derpy ladder. Ah. Rat. Get it out of there. Don't build that ladder. Leave it alone. Don't touch. Oh, they finished here. I want to do this insulation here, too. There's always so many things to do in this game. Every time I go to do one thing, I get distracted by something else I want to tackle. Okay, let's do a non-derpy ladder. There we go. Just dig out all around this thing. There. Awful. How's it going, Kazi? Keep your doopy alive. Yeah. For the Reptilian Brotherhood. I don't know how to hiss. If you replace refrigerator with a food box in a low temperature area, theoretically you could. However, these stack taller, and these aren't plugged in. You'll notice that they're all saying they need power. So I have them sitting in a cold area. It doesn't say that they're refrigerated. However, I don't have any issues with unrefrigerated food aside from the stuff that, for some reason, it forgets that I got rid of the food boxes down here and it keeps sending me over there. However, these should be fine in here, I think. Oh, come on. Wake up. Wake up. There we go. Okay. This is, actually, I'm probably making this a little bit on the tall side. Make this just a little bit shorter down. I don't need it quite that tall. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Arg. Arg. I do need it tall enough because I'm actually going to create a walkway underneath here so that they can go in and out of the food area without... Why are you doing nothing? Oh, that's the anemic person. I forgot I brought them in. Look how slow they move. Where'd the food go? Oh, now it's back. That's a long way to walk for them to eat. I should probably move all their food tables into this middle area. So at least they're a little closer. Either that or maybe dig this out. And then I can have their food tables in here. I don't know. We'll work on it. Lots to do. No lack of this. Fix the stupidity bug for dupes. Which stupidity bug? The one where they encase themselves in the floor while they're building? Because I think we know that one's still around. Crazy. What happened to my tea? I did make my tea. I just had to mute for a second while I coughed. Yeah, I've lost at least 2 dupes due to that bug. They just close their head in the floor and I don't notice fast enough. How to plant trees in good condition. By trees, do you mean the mealwood? Oh, do we get any... It's stifling. I gotta fix that air pressure. Prioritize. Give me air pressure. No, my plants are stifling. They were in the perfect environment. Now I blew it up. I let the pressure get down too low. Fix it, quick. Fix it fast. Fast. Oh, look at all the plants stifling. That's awful. Hopefully we recover that. The nice thing is they don't have to be in the ideal condition the entire time. Just like a portion of the time. And I don't even know what portion it has to be. How bad is this now? 1.1 kilowatts. We have a slight overdraw on our wire here. What can I turn off? I have 200,000 food calories. I can turn this thing off. All right, so we won't overtap the power supply now at least. 201,000 kilocalories. We have food coming out our ears, and I haven't even really been harvesting a ton out of this yet. I need more duplicates to eat the food just so it doesn't all go to waste. How do you solve the cold room without plugging in the fridge? I stuck it in the cold biome instead. So this over here is nice and cold, and it's going to stay refrigerated for me without plugging it in. And they stack higher than the little food storage bins do, so you can fit a little bit more in them. Well, thanks for coming by to troll, Green Mage. Peach tea's pretty good. Mango tea's great, though. I haven't tried mango tea. I'm just drinking Earl Grey tea because that's all I have in the house. I wanted some peppermint tea because it's great for my throat when I'm talking a lot. However, I apparently used it all up. Blast. Blast it. Come on. Dig. I am kind of craving those 30 dupes I had now, because I could send them on a task, and they would just run off like little minions and the whole little horde of ants, and I'll take care of it. It was a little bit more of a challenge to keep them all fed and stuff, and then having enough air, but it was awfully nice having like an unlimited labor force. Click on plant will give you an idea of how long it needs to be in ideal temperature. Well, these are in the ideal temperature, so like this is an 84, 79, 84. It's fluctuating right now. In part because it says it's not irrigated. What is going on? I swear the pipes are buggy. They shouldn't stop here. It should go the rest of the way. And over here it should split, but it's not doing that either. I think I have this whole piping system a little bit too complicated right now. Let's deconstruct all this, because this is clearly not working. If anything, I think it's actually confusing things, because they're not sure what to do with it. Or like the water as it goes through is not sure what to do. Let's deconstruct all this. Things like gonna be the bane of my existence, just figuring out the water piping. It shouldn't really be that complicated. Liquid pipes. Come on. Cancel all. There we go. So now that if they break this off, then maybe we can get a decent flow. No, it's still not going. It's hanging up at this one little spot right here. Now we got to go all the way through the bottom level before it comes back to the top. That makes no sense at all. I don't understand the funny little bugs they get with water in this game. It should never back up like that. The only thing I could think of is that because I've got the flow coming from the other side, it's confusing it. But, I don't know. It's so weird. I had this problem actually with the experimental little farm I was doing too while I was kind of figuring out how I wanted to build this out. Oh good, we hit max gas pressure too, so that's awesome. Ideal air pressure, ideal temperature. It's quasi-irrigated. Yeah, okay, it's good now. Good yield. It's bouncing around. 77, 79. It's going to be close. Some of these are not sitting in the right spot at all. What was all that alert going on about? Oh, combat. They woke up another hatch. Okay, they got this hollowed out there pretty quick. That was good. Let's get rid of some dirt here. Sand, whatever. I'm going to need flooring, I guess. I'm not even going to bother doing anything too fancy with the floor here this time, I don't think. Because the third pipe was done after the second pipe? Do you think so? No, I mean, it's all... Now it's flowing through there. No, it's still stopping right here. I don't get that. I don't know. This whole thing's just wacky. It's all wackadoo. I'm gonna crop off these pipes and see what happens. So now we just have a perfect loop here now. I don't get it. It makes no sense that it would be pushing this way, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. As long as it works for now. I just want my crops to grow. I'm gonna have to experiment more with that crazy water business, because that's just such a weird behavior. Bubblecat almost died. Yeah, we'd had to dig him out. Actually, I think a couple people almost did. Okay, who have we got here? Gastrophobia Twinkle Toes, who's a vomiter. Vomit. Anemic Diver's Lungs Grease Monkey, so -5 athletics. So it'll be another slow mover, which is really not ideal. However, if that's the only thing we have to deal with at this point, that's not really that bad. Narcoleptic and can't dig it. That's not so bad. But, I don't want people that can't dig. Gastrophobia. They have a decor expectation of 10, but I think Catalina is probably going to be our go-to here. Let's do robotic. Oh, gosh. Robotic. Wolf. Print. And we're going to need another bed. And she came in just in time to not have a place to sleep. Perfect. All part of my fiendish plan. Maybe because her pipe has 2 outputs, so they don't know where to go. Well, I don't think it... I don't know. Let me see. I don't think it does. So, it was flowing through here fine. I don't know. It's actually flowing really well now. Until these plants really start to suck in the liquid, then it's kind of actually working okay for now. I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. We'll see what happens. Intended to make the power generator gold. Spent all the time digging it out, then didn't make it up. Did I not? You gotta be kidding me. Did I not make it out of gold? Oh, you're right. I didn't. Ah, that's ridiculous. And in the end, it doesn't really matter because it's sitting in the cold biome, so it's staying sufficiently cold anyway. That's... Oh, what is this? Carbon dioxide. Oh. Yep. Yep, I totally did that. I can't believe I did that. Oh, well. On the plus side, it hasn't melted down or exploded or anything, so I guess that's good. Let's get building up here. Do I want tile floors? if I'm going to seal this off, I guess I don't really want... you know what? I'm going to use piping, so I think I'm going to actually make these out of real floors. Let's do buildings. Let's deconstruct these. I'm going to do real floor. Now, there's a way you can do this actually where you set up your oxygen room and then you just use the tile, like the gas permeable tile, the gas permeable tiles at the bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want this to be the same. Figure this out. And then what'll happen is as the air builds up, it'll just kind of push its way down. The only thing that I don't care for about that is I can't control the distribution. So I like to have it located in a cold area where the machines are going to stay cool just by the cold it's radiating out from the ice biome. And if you do that, then I can't, because it has to be kind of more central. Otherwise, all the air pressure will build up over here, and it'll force all the gases down this way, away from the scrubber that I installed. It's not ideal from my perspective, but some people really like using that method. It's just not really the one I use. I'm not going to bother building tiles in here, but we'll go like this. I'm going to need... Oops. Plumbing. I'm going to need a gas pump at the top here to take care of some hydrogen. Skadoosh. Build, my minions, build. Excellent. Dig out the sand. Okay. I should probably get the wire going. So I'm going to need to dig this out. This is going to have a negative impact on my decor. So I'm going to try and keep it contained in here, I think. Which means we're going to need a little ladder to get up here. Bloop. There we go. And we're going to need a door, too, because I don't want all this nasty gas in my base. Throw an insulated tile in there. Actually, let's make that a little different. Make that different. I want a triple thing here, and then I'm going to make my mechanical door back here, only because I want it to be as far away from this heated up area as I can get it. Throw some insulation in there. That'll be good. Coal power generator's temperature go up fast despite being placed in cold. Nope. I actually don't have that problem at all. This has been in here for a while now. Now, granted, it's idle at the moment because it just stopped running, but if you look at the temperature overlay, it stays cold. I've never had that issue. And I don't know if it's because I always place them on a gas permeable tile floor, which acts as a bit of a heat sink as well. But I don't have an issue with it overheating. I can probably put 2 or 3 of them out here without a problem. Put the door on top for pressure. Don't go off, please. Put the door on the top for the pressure. Don't go off, please. I don't understand. I got what you mean right here. Oh, look at that. Here's our fancy crops growing. So these ones here that are glowing now, they're on their final harvest. They hit the excellent level. Some of these didn't. Only a good yield. I was just shy by a couple points on a few of these because of the interruption in the water supply. But these ones that are glowing now are all going to produce a seed, which lets me then replant them, which is cool. Actually, it should produce 2 seeds for each one that's set up this way. So I'll get to replant, which is good. So we get another try at it. We didn't use it all up. So what did we get there? Was that 4 or 5 of them that we got the excellent yield out of? We might even from some of these lower ones. I didn't even notice. This one's 79.1. It's right on the cusp. It has to get 80 plus to get excellent. It's not quite going to get there, I don't think. Why not? What is the deal here? We have ideal air pressure, but our temperature changed. 23.4. Our temperature crept up just the tiniest little bit, and now we're in the range that's not ideal. 24. It's probably the heat coming out of this thing. Yeah, that's what it is. Disable. I can't win. Yeah, you should be studying for finals, Chew, not watching my silliness. Okay, I'm going to put... you know what? I think I'm going to use like a double deodorizer thing here. Let's do a deconstruct the ladder here in the middle. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do a ladder up here so that we can reach the stuff that's up higher that we need to build. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I can't fit a door in there. That was foolish. If I put a door in there, then I can't actually put my little double oxygen jobbies, because they require 2 each. I guess I'll have to do a ladder on one side and not on the other. Alright. Fine. Fine, I'll destroy this. My air pump, I'm going to stick just a little bit higher up here. Just a bit outside. Where's my pump? Stick it like right here. Actually, they should be able to walk by it, even if it's there. It'll be fine. No issues. Do electrolyzer over here. So we got double electrolyzer, double pump. This is going to take a lot of power. This may not be my most brilliant setup, but whatever. As long as they can breathe. Plumbing. I'm going to need some gas pipage. So we got an output here. We got an output here. Let's send both of them down this way. We'll do a gas filter. Input is now the white, so we need to go this way. Oh, actually, this is really awkward. This whole ladder placement I did is super awkward. I guess we can go... No, this isn't working. Come on. Alright, we'll go that way. Connect it in this way. That will let me go through this filter, and then I'm going to send this one up and over. And we'll set up our... Oh, come on. Set up our little generator out here somewhere. We need some water piping. So down here, I have this thing producing water, but it's not actually sending it very far because the scrubber's not running. So let's fix that. We'll send... Oh, jeez. Look what I did. Look what I did. Look at pipes. Get rid of all this. No, don't get rid of all of it. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just get rid of some of it. I can use that. Why rebuild it? Deconstruct this over here. Look at that. The water's flowing in here great now. I don't know what the problem was before. Maybe I just had too many different types of inputs and it just wasn't liking it very much. But for the most part, this seems to be manageable now. Hopefully it'll keep running the way that I expect it to, because it does seem to be just the tiniest little bit finicky. Let's use the shift key so I don't derp this all up again. Run this over here. We'll do input here and an input here. We need power, so let's run some heavy watt wire over here, but we're going to need a wire bridge to get across this little wall. And a whole buttload of heavy watt wire. Do a wire bridge here again. Like that. And we'll go heavy watt wire all the way up the ladder. Up to here and across. Connect to this bridge. Come out on this side, and we'll feed that into our power transformer, which I'll set like right here. And we need more heavy watt wire. There. So I'm going to use this line. This branch is our power supply for that stuff. So I am going to need another generator down here because this is just not going to be enough. Let's make this one out of gold because I forgot and didn't make the other one out of gold because I'm brilliant that way. Feed all this into the heavy watt wire. Good to go. And while I'm at it, I should probably do more batteries because I've only got a couple. I'm kind of wasting power here probably. We'll clean up that mess. We'll do, I don't know what, 2 more batteries in here? Be a good start to things. Throw a little wire bridge in so I can connect those up. Bob's your uncle. Tara's asking, will shouting to sweep because you're doopies. Loops climb through the vertical door, no problem. Yeah, they do go through the vertical door. My problem was more that I was trying not to set the door in a way that I would have to put a piece of equipment right on top of it. And then I realized that I by making it the same distance on either side, it left just enough room that I couldn't. Tara, I'll sweep. Don't you worry. Their stress is only 27%. They can handle a small amount of mess. I mean, they're slightly clean freaks, but they're not quite that bad. It's okay. We'll be fine. Food is decayed. Still getting decaying food. What's the deal with that? Oh, it's sitting out here. I guess that would be an issue. Sweet. All right. We'll satisfy Tara and we'll get all this mess swept up. Although, I'm going to leave this stuff over here because this guy's eating. Have a good snack, buddy. Get rid of all this. We have tons to sweep. Oh, actually, I'm going to leave some of this up here, too. We've got another hatch up top. Look at that. We got coal supply. Right there. Got a hatch burrow there. We got a hatch down here. But this stuff here in the middle can definitely go. And maybe to help the decor, I'll move all the dining tables over to this area. So how many have I got? One. I have 10 people. We need 10 dining tables. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll throw some more decor in here to make things all pretty like... Oops, I misplaced that. There we go. Fancy sculptures, make everything all nice. Nicey nice. Good to go. There. All right, we finally got to a little bit of cleaning. Why do you need a bridge to go through the wall? Well, actually, with the heavy watt wire, it won't let you pass it through a wall anymore. So I actually broke out the flooring piece here, but you don't really need to do that so much now. But the heavy watt wire won't go through walls anymore the way it used to. You can't even place it inside the tiles. It'll go behind ladders and stuff, but you can't really just pass it through a wall. So what the bridge does is it lets you go through the wall now without breaking the wall out. Oh no, Tara. Is Tara an ugly crier? That would be bad. That's really bad for decor. Here a hatch, there a hatch. Look at all this wonderful coal they're getting, though. I should actually... What I should do... Save them a little running. I'm going to put a little storage bin down here. We'll stash some coal in it. So when they go to refill these things, they won't have to run back to the other storage. They can just come here and do it. Build, build, build. All day long. Build, build, build. What do you sing this song? Let's harvest this thing. Because we can. Oh, this wonderful algae we have up here, too. How's our air pressure? 747. Ah, gee, this stuff is just not staying pressurized. I'm going to have to turn this building on for a second. Temperatures are still a touch on the high side, so it's not really going to matter at this point. I'm going to need to use the cool air to pump down there to handle that, I think. All right, I'm going to take one more duplicate. We'll cap out at like 11 duplicates. So I need a name. Cubist Master. No, you already have Bubble Cat in here, Richard FWL. I'm not making him Cubist Master. I know there was somebody else that had been... Dr. Get Loud Dude. That's who I'm going to name him. Dimensionally inept, flatulence, or anemic. Oh, we'll make Dr. Loud Dude a farty ugly crier. Sorry, Dr. Loud Dude. Or Dr. Get Loud Dude. Or is it Low Dude? Loud Dude? Low Dude? Dr. Get Low Dude. That's what it is. Dr. Get Low Dude. Print. A farty ugly crier. I'm going to disable the building now. And I should probably make another cot. Give him a place to sleep. Alright, we're golden. This again, the temperature shifting here is really kind of irritating. I don't know if it's because of the water, because it's slightly higher temperature, or it's because I turned this thing on here. I have a feeling it's because of this, because it does produce heat. You can see it's actually warm, and I think I've actually accidentally warmed up my air off it. Pressure's good again, so I'm going to disable that. Thought it did. Thought it did. Disable building. There we go. Alright. This is almost ready to go into operation. Ooh, what did I do up there? There must have been sand sitting up there. Huh. Let's see if we can do a little tile roofer on this thing. I don't know if they'll be able to reach it, but we'll find out in a second. Oh, yeah, they're good. Score. How'd they do with the... they got my power set up over here. That's good. We're going to need some wiring off of this. Send it out here down the ladder. We'll just run this right through the floor. I'm going to go beside the ladder here, though. Only because I don't want to power the door. I have no interest in wasting power on it. Let's go up here, up to here, all the way up to here. Normally I put a switch in so I can control the top pump and turn it off, but I just can't be bothered now. Oh, right. I'm going to need something over here, actually, to run my fancy little hydrogen into also. So I'm going to create just a little ledge. We'll throw a little power generator up here. Do a little hydrogen power, which we can then tap down into this stuff also. Bye-mo. So we'll feed it with a little bit of its own power. Hopefully that will help manage the CO2 use, or not the CO2, the carbon usage a little bit. I'm going to set this for hydrogen, so we filter that out, and we send it only the hydrogen to that generator, and then I guess I'm going to need some piping to send our wonderful fresh air out into our colony. I'm going to send... where should we go with this? Oh, let's just go all over the place, because I'm derpy. Come on. Get out of here. Alright. I'm going to send one down here, because I want some air coming in The lower portion here, no. Yes. I don't want it right on top of the plants, just in case it's colder than I'm anticipating. I think it's actually going to be a touch on the cold side initially. Over here, I'm going to send... I thought I was going to send a pipe over there. Come on. Hello? There. Send one over here to the living quarters. Boom. And we'll throw one here in the middle, too. This isn't really the ideal distribution because the air pressure that they're going to get down here is going to be a little bit on the low side. Let's split this off one. Let's split this one off first. Like that. Because I want to make sure they're getting at least half of the air in the living quarters. 25% of the air will go down here. 25% of the air will go here. 50% will go here. So I think that will be okay. It will be good. And my chat was scrolled way up, so I wasn't seeing stuff. Sorry, guys. Try air switch inside the farm area, so you didn't need to disable it. Yeah, I could have, I guess. That would have made sense. I could have just put an air pressure switch in here, so it would turn on and off on its own. Ooh, the temperature is starting to come back down again. Starting. It's just like right above the range where I want it to be still. Natural gas. How did I get natural gas in here? What did I do that produced natural gas? Oh, the farty guy. That's right. I totally forgot about that. His farts are going to fill up my whole colony. That was maybe a bad idea. I shouldn't have taken him. I'm going to wind up with this fart gas all through my colony. That's brutal. Awesome. These are running. My pump is not running. What did I do wrong? Oh, I know what I did wrong. Ah, this inputs. I bet you guys are probably screaming in the chat, but I messed up the inputs because they keep... they swapped them around on me. No, I got it right. The input there's right. What's going on? Why is it not pumping? I must be missing a power connection here somewhere. Core, that's all fine. What's not happening here? This is at max gas pressure, and these pumps are not going. Wire connected, max water, circuit status. It's getting 0 watts. Oh, I see what it is. I've backed this up right here. Foolish of me. So I didn't finish out this pipe, and because I can't vent off this one yet, it's not consuming any electricity because it's just simply stopped here. It's not taking anything else through the input until I give an output for this crazy filter thing I did. Can't load the stream. That's no good. Sorry, Carson J. I mean, on my end, everything looks like it's streaming fine, but yeah, I've got a farty crier. So not only is he going to be really ugly when he cries, but he's going to fart all over the place and stink the joint up. Which really kind of sucks. I guess it stinks more than sucks. Okay, something's still not working here. What's going on? What's going on? Power is connected. It's not telling me it's not getting power. Oh, again, foolish. Haha. Duh. I need vents. Without vents, nothing happens. Hydrogen, no input pipe. Output. Yeah, I needed the vent at each of the pipes. That's what it was. Sorry video about temperature management, but did not understand how quickly to cool the water from a geyser. Okay, so there's really a couple things. I have a geyser over here in the lower right. I guess we can dig into this in a little bit. We'll kind of see what we can do with that. A couple things with the geyser. I mean, you have to manage the pressure from the geyser, but you also have to manage the temperatures. So I had some farm tiles that I planted down here with some sleet wheat in it. Harvest remaining 1, growth 44%. It's not really growing a whole lot. I'm not really worried too much about this. I can probably dig this out. And I'll probably use this lower area down here to help manage my water a little bit. But generally, you have a couple things. You can send your geyser's water down into a cold biome where it will help the cold area will help to kind of cool it off. That tends to be a little bit on the slow side. You have a couple other things you can do. Ultimately, you could use like some gas permeable tile and put underneath it some wheezewort, so they like spray like the cold air up, and then as the water goes across the top, it'll get that cooling. Or you can also just do a system where you're supercooling gases and then pumping it and running it through like a snaked pipe system to help cool it down. Oh, I actually harvested something, I think. No. What's going on here? What's this say? Oh, it's fertilizer. Oh, gosh. This is using up all my fertilizer. I'm going to destroy this. Deconstruct. Get that out of here. I think I ran out of fertilizer. I did. 0 kilograms of fertilizer. I can't even fertilize my crops anymore. Needs more fertilizer. There's always something in this game. All right, well, we have one farm little built. We did get some excellent crops out of that, but we're going to need more fertilizer. This is all sedimentary rock. We should have fertilizer around here somewhere. Otherwise, we're going to have to make more. Which I was not really looking forward to doing right now because it takes power and produces natural gas. Blast. I did forget the vent at first. I just, it took me a second to put them in. Took me a brief moment to clue in, and then I finally wrapped my head around what I was doing wrong. All right, this is helping to bring the temperature down too, which is good. 23, 25. It's not awesome. It is coming down though. It'll take a little bit, but this will come down. Temperature will normalize. 22.2. The hydroponic tiles are just a little bit on the warm side, but not super warm. Get out of there. You guys are hanging out in here, sucking up all the gas. Low air pressure. Stifled. I can't win. Let's just enable that for a minute. Let it build up pressure again. Make sure the gas is flowing. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that is so weird. I actually have max pressure over here, so it's backed up. And I'm not getting enough pressure down here because I'm not... All my concern about how I was actually channeling this, and I've got it totally backed up. That is ridiculous. Alright, do it this way. Gosh. Deconstruct gas pipes over here. Hey Fox, use function keys if you overlays quicker. Yeah, I'm terrible about using hotkeys. I know they're all over the place. I've never really looked at them. They probably make things a lot more efficient, but I'm just... For whatever reason, I have like a mental block. I can't seem to do it. I need more tables over here, because I'm going to get rid of these ones. Let's deconstruct these things. Whoop. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need one more table. Best table over here. Get a little bit of food to where or a little bit closer to where I store the food, and then I'll keep them away from this hatch that's over here eating, since they don't really like the decor they get from hatches. Do a little more insulated tile here. Oh, that was awful. Got all kinds of like derpy wall placements and stuff here tonight. It's no bueno. No bueno at all. Yeah, I have idle loops all over the place. I need to get them to work. Okay, so what do I want to work on next? I need to make, I'm going to need to make more fertilizer because I just don't have enough. I hate that I ran out of fertilizer. That stinks. I thought I had a little bit more stockpile than I actually did. What is this up here? That's granite. Algae, clay. Ugh. If I make fertilizer, I'm going to make natural gas, and I'm not even set up to deal with it yet. All right, let's make it anyway. We're going to need power to do this, which means I'm going to need to take a look at my electrical overlay. So this whole side that I have over here is already kind of reaching its peak. I can't really do a lot there. I can dig down here and try to make some little fertilizer production underneath here, but I'll have to be careful of this water. I think I'm going to do that. Let's maybe set it up down here. Or I could maybe not do that. Come on. There we go. Set up our little fertilizer production down below here. I'm just going to make use of the polluted water that's down here. I could use like toilet water or something, but for now, I'm just going to make use of this. Let's dig this out. I should actually cancel this one, and we'll just dig it so I can put a door there. Try to control the stink that's going to come out of here. It's not going to be great. Make the contaminated water for the food and non-loop, and you'll keep getting funny bugs. do you mean by a non-loop? So, when I look at... I mean, it seems to be working okay. I assume you mean, like, closing it off on this end, but the issue that I was having before was that... yeah, I guess that probably would work. You know what? I'm not going to mess with it. Right now, it's flowing really well. Next time I build it out, I'll just do 2 straight lines so that we don't have a funny loop at the other end. And then we'll see if that makes for a little bit of a smoother flow. But for right now, it's working fine, so I don't really want to mess with something that's working. 18 degrees, 23 degrees, 20 degrees. So we're getting close to an ideal temperature. Down below here, we have the right temperatures, but up above, not so much. I guess I should have pumped it in at the top. Oh, well. What should you do at the moment? I have no idea what you should do at the moment. You're kind of watching the stream, so you got me. Last table should have been a corner for Stinky. Oh, yeah, that would have been great. Put the Stinky guy in another corner. The trouble is, his farts are going to go everywhere. All right. Oh, we've started digging down here. That's good. That'll go quick. Oh, let's put a door on here. Just like so. I'm going to want to try and control any stink that comes in. Well, the polluted air shouldn't rise too much, I don't think. We'll see what happens. If the polluted air rises up here, I'm going to have to take care of that. Let's mop this out of here. Keep them from running in cold water as much as we can. Put a little air deodorizer here just to be on the safe side. We got CO2 hiding down here, though, which is not doing good things for us. I'm going to use a gas permeable tile down here. This is where we'll do a little fertilizer maker. Dig all this out. Should probably get some slimes and things. Which reminds me, did I set these storage bins so they don't hold slime? Organic. No slime. Alright, that's good. It's good. It's good. I might even want to store the slime. I could make it put it to use later, I guess. Got a screenshot to look after stream. Cool. Natural gas exploration, please. Yeah, I need to dig. I need to try and find one. I need to dig around. So if we dig down this way, we might encounter one. Because they tend to be in the swamp biome. So hopefully as we get down, maybe get down a little bit lower, we might actually find something. That would be good. I could build a pointless ladder and go down here, and then we'll find... You know what? Actually, it wouldn't be all that pointless. I can go down here, and we'll get all the polluted water from here to fall into the same reservoir. I'd be okay with that. If you look at the future and like your past, because it's almost 12 p.m. here in Malaysia. Oh, nice. Yeah, midday. Yeah, here it's almost midnight. We're about 10 minutes away from midnight here. Very late. Redo the pipe in the garden to dump O2 at the top, like you said. Yeah, I might as well. The trouble I'm going to run into now is I've actually reached max pressure inside here. Let's open the door. Let the pressure in. The issue is just that the temperature of the air that's coming out of here is actually quite cool. See, it's only like 16 degrees. If I put it up top here, then we get the opposite issue. Now we've got a situation where it's overcooling. Which is not really ideal. This is 17, 18 degrees in here. So it's nice and cool, which is good for keeping the colony cool. It's not ideal for keeping the right temperature in here, though. What I really should do is pump the air into a staging area that then I keep set at an ideal temperature using a little like space heater kind of thing, and then pump it from there into here. But that takes a whole lot more power, too. I'm just going to leave the door open. What's the air out here like? It's only 15 degrees in here, 14 degrees in here. My goodness. I made my whole colony cold. Everything's nice and frigid. Look at it. It's all frigid down here. It's this stuff down here. I've let too much cold air in this lower area. I need to turn this back on, but I need to send this pipe somewhere. Let's send it over this way instead. We can actually send it right down into the hole we built. Oh, no, not gas pipe. I want, where's my liquid bridge? There it is. Oh, reversals again. I hate that I really hate that they swap the color of the inputs. So white is in now and green is out. There. I'm going to send this liquid all the way over here. we'll just dump it right into this space. Actually, I should send it down the ladder, I guess. Oh, derpy. There we go. So we'll take all the polluted water that we get out of that thing. We'll send it down here because we're going to make use of it anyway. That will do good things. Oh my gosh, look at the stink in here. Prioritize. I'm letting all kinds of noxious air in here. That must have been really under good pressure under there. Because it pushed it straight up out of the opening. That's awesome. Not in a good way, though. Here's the second one. Let's get this cleaned up fast. Gosh. I think that temperature switch to the light bulb was above each plant to keep up. Yeah, the hardest part is that the more you try to micro control the temperature inside the space where the farm is, the harder it is to manage it because you get, as things turn on and off, you get these crazy swings. It's almost better to control the temperature of the liquid that's going in because it controls the temperature of the tiles. Like the tiles are a touch on the warm side. Trench stench, fleeing. We got all kinds of fun going on now. Somebody feed some sand in this thing. Get rid of the stink. Some bad mojo down here. Pressure in here is good. Temperature down there is good. Temperature up here is still actually climbing. How very weird. All right, I'm going to put that pipe in top there. This is driving me nuts. Let's give a gas pipe up top. We'll do a vent right here. It's going to breathe right on my plants. I'm not thrilled with this. All right. Lock Stinky in a prison cage and closed loop. Well, I mean, realistically, if I was gonna trap him in a cage and kill him off by suffocation and with his own fart gas, I probably could have just not picked him at all. I guess. It didn't even occur to me that he was gonna be letting out natural gas in my colony, though. I should have thought of that. Poor Stinky. He's not loved by anyone. You can't find a friend. He's too stinky. Let's get some fertilizer production going. So we're gonna need a pump down bottom here. Fortunately, we have some excess. Oh, you know what? I might even be able to go down this far. Let's see whether they can dig this low. Get low, get low. I don't want to build it until I can see that he can reach it. Otherwise, if I waste time putting pipes on it, I'll just waste my little building time. I think it might need more scrubbers. It's not really the scrubbers so much. I mean, these things here, the air deodorizers will take care of some of it. I should actually set something in the cave down here that will scrub some of the air before it gets up here. Look at it all. I got it all going all over the place now. Do some more air deodorizers. Put one up here. Put one over here. I'll take care of it for now. No, he makes power. Well, he doesn't make power. His farts are too uncontrolled. He just lets it loose wherever he finds a good time to drop it off. All right. Temperature's up here a little bit better now. Ideal air pressure. Still not the ideal temperature. 22.9. Just a touch on the high side, but not bad. This will even out. I'm going to close this door again. Put that on auto. It'll even out. This will produce good stuff for it. We've already got like crazy amounts of food anyway. I kind of want to. We've already burned up like the 2 hours here. I get so busy doing stuff. We did get a farm going in here, but I didn't even get into like doing bristle blossom or into doing the pinch of pepper plant because I had to build my oxygen room in order to keep the air pressure up. And now we're running out of fertilizer, so I got to make fertilizer. There's always something you got to manage in the game. There's always something that seems to distract me from my purpose. Let's run a liquid pipe here. Send it out of the pump, up the ladder. All derpy-like again, because that's awesome. Just awesome. Cancel. Huh. Forgot about that pipe up there. Oh, come on. How does it even do that? It left some little segments, but didn't do it all. All right, let's go there. In our refinement, I believe, is where we want the fertilizer maker. I think I'm going to use 2 of these. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with the natural gas from these yet, though. That's going to take a little thinking. It's going to wind up actually going right up here and into my base. Unless I find some way to contain it. I don't want to just go hog wild here, because I'm sure this is going to be a problem. I'm sure of it. It's guaranteed it's going to mess with me. Alright, I guess if I can keep it contained in this area as it comes up, it might not be all that bad. I could do some little airlock things and stuff in here. Why are they hanging out down here? Come on, just finish the work and get out of the stinkiness. Get out of there. We need electrical wire to run down the ladder. Oh. Right. Transformer stuff. Can I just tap it in directly like that? Is it going to let me? I wonder what I don't think it's going to let me. I'm going to have to put it... Oh, wait. Wait a minute. It did let me tap into it. What good is the transformer for? Oh, I see. It's that's what the deal is. It ends up sending too much through there. The kilowatts go crazy. Let's deconstruct this. Blah, blah, blah. Wires. No, actually, no. I'm going to need those. Cancel. Leave that there. I'm going to need a transformer down here. Otherwise, this is simply not going to work. So we'll do power transformer, like... Ooh, we build it there? That's weird. All right. I'll take it. Do power transformer here. We'll tap into this line. And then we'll send electrical wire over here. And we'll deconstruct this wire here. No! Don't go to bed. Go to work. Ah. You got it half broken. Atlas 227. It's been 2 months. Oh my god. What happened when you left? Well, that depends on when you... What you mean by when you left? You mean like 2 months ago when you left? We started playing some different games. Make a box out of mesh tiles. Outhouse. Gas pump filtering out CO2 and taking natural gas and putting it in the natural gas power thing. Make a mesh out of tiles. Well, the mesh tiles will just let liquid and gas through, so I'm not sure what you would accomplish necessarily by that. Yeah, isn't it true, William Shaver? I never have enough time to get everything done I want. I already stream like crazy long streams sometimes, and I still can't find all the time I want to tackle everything in these. All right, let's run some power down here. Get our fertilizer maker going. I need power also down below here for the pump. There we go. Well, fertilizer in no time. This thing I should turn on again. Enable. I hate that I got all this stinky polluted air in my base. That just messes with my brain. I like having it like all this nice pristine light blue. I don't like having this mess. Not at all. But what are you gonna do? Let's do another little air deodorizer over here. Try and get rid of some more of this stuff. Get rid of that stink. Set that at a 6. Get that cleaned up. So we'll get rid of some of this stuff. It'll clean up it a little bit. This stuff that's drifting in the middle, though, I'm not going to be able to do a lot with because I just can't get an air deodorizer close enough to it. Let's mop up this mess. Mop it up. Get it out of there. We've got fertilizers going, which means we've got natural gas production happening down here now. We'll have to try and bottle that up somehow. Maybe what I can do is I'll let them use this door, and I'll block off this lower area. We'll put like a mechanized airlock here. And then I'm going to need to do insulated tile here, but that's going to break that electricity. Let's deconstruct the wire there. We'll need a wire bridge to take care of that. Like so. We'll throw in another little tile. Booyah. Block that off. So now they can get in and out of this space in order to get the fertilizer, but hopefully as this natural gas builds up and drifts upwards, we'll kind of trap it in this space up here, and I can try to make use of it maybe. This air freshener is no use now. We'll get rid of that. Perfect. Stupid meetings. Oh, tell me about it. I hate meetings. I have enough of them. Food is decayed. 2. Oh, wow. This isn't staying cold enough. How about that? Awesome. That's just super. It's minus 14 degrees. It should be storing it cold enough in there. But apparently, it doesn't like this whole fridge mechanism I got set up. Which means I need a whole lot more storage. Every time I'm trying to set up in here to do a little bit more efficiently, I'm running into another little barrier. Nevertheless, we did manage to get some crops going. We got our farm started here, so at least we have something that we can start production on. I think I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. We're going to start next time, and we'll do another one of the farm plots here. Maybe we'll work on the bristle blossom and see if we can get something that works out well there. I think overall, this setup worked really well in having it in this main area. The challenge was when I tried to push in extra air using the algae deoxidizer. That was a big mistake on my part. I should not have done that because it raised the temperature in this area. And once the ambient temperature kind of gets up there, it's not going to be ideal. I can try to cool it down by cooling the water that's over here, theoretically. Creating a bit of a cooler temperature so that these tiles will cool down because they're just a tiny bit on the warm side now. They've gotten a little bit closer to the temperature of the water that's sitting out here that we're pumping in. So maybe if I pump this through like a cold zone or something and then have it come back up, it might actually cool it down for me. But I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that at the moment. Next time we come back, I think maybe we'll try to tweak that around. We'll do some experimenting in between videos. We'll try to get some bristle blossom going as well, so we can have a farm for that. And I really want to grow some of the what do they call it? The pinch of pepper plant. That's a tongue twister. So I'd like to grow some of the pinch of pepper plant as well. See if we can get a good little farm setup going for that. That one's a little bit tricky because you have to actually maintain really high temperatures for them. It has to be between like 55 degrees and 60 degrees Celsius, which is like super hot. So it's a little bit more tricky to manage that way because you're trying to strike a much higher balance. And then with the bristle blossom, it prefers like minus 2 degrees to plus 2 degrees. So you're hovering right around that freezing point, and it's also a challenge. Nevertheless, we did make some good progress here tonight. We'll come back and continue the colony next time. I think we're going to have some natural gas to try to deal with, and not just from the farting dude, but from our little fertilizer plant down there. But we'll deal with that also. Thanks, everyone, for coming out and checking out the stream. There is a Discord chat that was set up for anyone that's interested in chatting and connecting with other people that watch the stream. I pop in there a couple times as well to chat with people, usually later in the evening. The link for that is in the description below if you'd like to go check that out. Oftentimes people like to kind of congregate there after the stream to talk if that's something you're interested in. But thanks again, everyone, for watching the stream. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.